Hey, hey, hey! You know what day it is? It's Tuesday Tea with D. 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 Yes, yes. Tuesday Tea with D. Yes, yes. Tuesday Tea with D. Tuesday Tea with D. Tuesday Tea with D. Tuesday Tea with D. Hey there, it's your girl, Detra Trueheart, your life purpose generator, purpose provoker, iSpeaklife mentor, here with another serving and dose of tea on Tuesday Tea with D. And so first, let me say Happy New Year! I wish I had one of those things where I can go, you got to be able to laugh at yourself and with yourself. And so hopefully you are laughing with me. Today we are drinking spiced apple cider. It is a Tiavana tea. I happed upon it, I don't know how long ago, but I love it. It's like really, really, really good. And it's really good. It's actually fairly similar, and I have to drink them back to back to my loose tea that I got from Hilton Head, South Carolina, which is called Cider House tea. I feel like there's something else in there, but it tastes similar to that. And so I'm going to try them both just to kind of see, but it reminds me of that tea. And I think that's why I bought it. But at any rate, Happy New Year. Happy 2023. Happy new week. Happy new month, right? All the new things. But today we're going to talk about your race, your pace. And so before we get into that, this week's Tuesday Tea with D is brought to you by 21 Days of Prayer. And we have officially started. And so if you have been joining us, then honey, you know God has already been showing up. If you have yet to sign up, make sure that you check out the link somewhere around this video. I'm sure there will be something below in my YouTube channel in the description where you can register for 21 Days of Prayer. And I just, this year's theme is full throttle, stop stalling. And it has already been extremely amazing. We have over 100 women who have signed up and registered, 127 to be exact. And I just believe that we're going to hit 200, and we're already at the second day. So I just believe that we're going to hit more than that. Whoever God wants us to connect with, like, it's going to be amazing. And so some women are not able to join us live, but they can have access to the replays for 48 hours. And so I will just say, if you have not had an opportunity to register for 21 Days of Prayer, and this is even your first time hearing about it, I want to personally invite you to join us because God wants to speak directly to you. So with that being said, let's get on with today's conversation around your race, your pace. And this came to me simply because I know, like, with it being the new year, it's all of the new year, new me, new year, new mindset, new year, new things. And everybody feels this pressure to have everything ready by January 1st. And the reality is coming out of the holiday season, a lot of times between, let's just say, like December 23rd and let's just say, January, I don't know, 8th or 9th, right? Like just those 2 weeks of just before Christmas and just after New Year, the new year, it's like you need time to recalibrate. And so, yes, you can have your goals already set and you can have things already done, but it's okay if you don't. And I want to personally tell you it's okay if you don't, because, depending upon who you're listening to and depending upon, what voices you are allowing into your space. And if you remember not too long ago, we had this conversation around what's in your head. You'll have these voices telling you that you're behind already, telling you that you should have already started, telling you that, whatever. And for some people, their new year started before the new year started. You'll catch that tomorrow. I said some people, their new year started before the new year started. meaning it was their race, it was their pace, and they decided that they weren't going to wait until January 1st to get started. They decided that they were going to get started like that day. And that can be the same thing for you. And so whatever your goals are, whatever, if you do vision boards, if you do vision books, if you journal, however it is that if you do, your vision stuff on Pinterest or Canva, whatever it is that you do to plan, right? However you plan, just know that it is your race and you can do it at your pace. I'm not telling you that you have to like be procrastinating. Like sometimes the hesitation and the prolonging that we are experiencing is because we're procrastinating, we're stalling, right? Hence the theme for 21 days of prayer, full throttle, stop stalling. Like there are some areas of your life that you've been stalling in. There've been some areas that you've been procrastinating in, you've been making excuses about. This is not what I'm talking about. This is just really, you need to take a break. You need to catch your breath from, especially if you are, as I know you probably are, the one who most people call on to do the things. And so maybe you hosted the holiday dinner, maybe you hosted the friends gathering, maybe you coordinated the girlfriend brunch, like, whatever it is, or you went to all the things. You need a moment to take a step back to really decide what you want your new year to look like whenever you start it, right? Your new year can start literally today, January 3rd, 2023, and you can say, I'm going to take some time to do X, Y, and Z, right? And so while you are taking time to get clear on what you want to experience and all of those things, I want to give you a couple of questions to consider as you are, thinking about what you want to happen in 2023. And the first one is what is it that you want to experience more of, right? And I've been saying a lot of that, and I've actually been asking myself that question because I had a lot of really good experiences in 2022. I did a lot of fun things in 2022, a lot of new things in 2022. And so it's like, what do I want to do more of that I did then in 2023? The other thing is maybe you didn't get a chance to experience it in 2023, but you want in 2022, but you want to experience it in 2023, right? So what do you want to experience more of? But what are some new things that you want to experience, right? That you want to be able to have ingrained as part of your core memory, right? The other thing is, and a lot of people have been saying, I've been seeing this question around, what don't you want? What do we want to leave in 2022? Right. And I'm just going to say, like, child, there might be some things that you want to leave from yesterday. Right. Let's not categorize it in, because I didn't leave it in 2022, I can't leave it now because I'm already in 2023. Again, your race, your pace. You can decide today, because I haven't had a chance to really take all of this in. I know locally here in our city, we had a massive storm. And so some people literally they celebrated Christmas over the weekend, like after Christmas, because most people were snowed in. Most people didn't have power. Most people were not with their families. And if they were with their families, they weren't, they weren't at home with the presents. And so people had to create a new normal around what celebrating with your family and being with your family and really just celebrating Christmas, or the holiday season looks like when you get, hit by a hurricane. It was a hurricane snowstorm. And so, winds that were like 60, 70, 80 miles per hour. It was complete whiteout. And so for some people, they had to decide that, like, we're going to do Christmas the next weekend, right? They celebrated it over the weekend of New Year's Eve, right? Simply because it was a lot. You know what I'm saying? So you get to decide that, right? So at any rate, what is it that you possibly that you don't want to experience in this new space that you're in, this new season, this new year, right? What are the things that you possibly want to leave behind, right? That you're thinking of and you're like, man, like, nope, I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. I don't want to experience that. This is a boundary that I really need to set up. And so think about that, right? Think about the people who you want to spend more time with and the people you don't. Conversations you want to have. conversations you don't want to have. And the conversations you don't want to have are not conversations that you're evading or, avoiding or that sort of thing, but they're just conversations where you're just like, we're not going to have that conversation, right? The other thing that I think is important is, what are the things that, again, you want to experience more of? What are the things that you actually want to experience, right? What are the things that maybe you don't want to experience? We can say it like that, in this new, what do you want to leave behind? Or not take into this new year whenever your new year starts. And then the other thing is, how do you want to have fun this year? I've just decided that, like, I want to have more fun, and I want to explore what that looks like, right? Your race, your pace. What does more fun or fun in general look like for you? I think a lot of times as adults, we get caught up in the responsibility of adulting that we forget, what it is to be a kid again and just to have fun. You know what I'm saying? And so I want to encourage you to think about ways that you want to have fun this year. And that might be part of your answer in what you want to experience more of, or what you want to experience this year. You want to experience fun. And I would encourage you to find ways that you can have fun that don't cost money, and find ways that, there's some things that do cost money, but like, what are the things that you can do that don't cost money and you can still have a really good time? Because a lot of times I think we get focused on, man, I can't afford that, or that's not in the budget, for this, or, I didn't plan it. And so, but like, there's some things that you can do that don't cost money, and child, it'll have your gut. Like, you could be cracking up, having a good old time, smiling, cheesing all the way across your face. Like, what are the things that like make your heart smile? Like, just, what is it? Take some time to explore that, right? Take some time to really think about what you want this year at the end of the year. Like, and you say, like, what are the things that I experienced this year? How did I have fun this year? What things that I just decide that I was going to not take with me in this new year? That I want you to think about how you would answer that question come this time next year, or even before the year ends, however you want to do it, because it's your race, your pace. But I want you to think about that. I want you to think about that, because I don't want you to, one, start feeling heavy because maybe you don't have it all together like everybody else, because everybody's situation is different. Maybe this year is stressful just because maybe you've lost a loved one, and so the holidays have triggered that, and so you have not been able to focus on a lot of stuff. Maybe you're in a new season and you've never been here before, and so you're like, I don't know, like, ooh, I've never been here, I don't know, like it's a good I don't know, right? But whatever it is, child, I am here to tell you that it is okay, because it is your race, it is your pace, and you get to decide. You get to choose. You will hear me say that a lot if you have not. You get to decide, and you get to choose how you move forward, right? Yes, you got to take action. Yes, you got to do the work. Yes, you got to make the investments, right? You'll always hear me say that. But sometimes life be life, and child. And sometimes you just kind of have to say, you know what? That was out of my control. There really wasn't anything that I could do. And so I'm going to start today. So, with that being said, make sure that you share with me in the comments, shoot me an email, tag me on social media. I want to know, right? Like, what are the things that you want to experience more of this year? Any of those questions that I asked, I want you to take some time to journal them. And I want you to share maybe one or two of your responses below. But always make sure that you are subscribing to my YouTube channel so that you can get access to Tuesday Tea with D every Tuesday. And then, like, when I go live, in general, you'll get access to that. Make sure you're commenting, make sure you're liking the videos, and also make sure you are sharing, right? Don't keep me to yourself, right? Share this information with somebody who you believe would be blessed by it, right? Whether it's on Facebook, whether it's via text message, whether it's LinkedIn, Instagram, TikTok, like wherever, right? Tell people about Tuesday Tea with D. And I pray that you will plan on joining us for 21 Days of Prayer. We are live every night at 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time here, actually, as well as in my Facebook group. And from January 1st all the way to the 21st of 2023. And so, like I have already stated, it has been amazing. God has already been speaking really, really, really clear, child, loud and clear. And even I, as the host, am taking notes, watching the videos again, so that I can really be clear on what God is saying to me in this season and in this new year. So make sure that you click the link in the description so that you can register for 21 days of prayer. Every day there is a different speaker, one of my Kingdom Sister friends, and God and sharing a message that God has specifically given them for our community. So I pray that today's Tuesday Tea with D was good for you. And I want to say thank you as I take my tea. And join me next time on Tuesday Tea with D. Tuesday Tea with D. Tuesday Tea with D. Tuesday Tea with D. Have an amazing week. Have an amazing new year. Have an amazing new month. I will see you next time.